All right. Welcome back again to another late night live again. All right, tonight, what I'm gonna mostly do is see if I could get some things prep, which is just all of this. There's basically these bumper inserts, so I need to get those prepped. So what I'm gonna do is basically, I wouldn't say sand it down, but basically rub it down to make sure I have the so once I paint it, and then this is me, I'm gonna probably use like some can paint to basically prep these and get them ready. So I'm gonna do that tonight. What I'm trying to do is get some of these stuff out of the way so I can kind of clear up my work table. But these are the good regulators from the Ford Escape. Yeah, so just trying to uh, see if I could clean up the area a little bit and get things ready, because all I'm just gonna do is just basically get those pieces cleaned up a little bit today. So yeah, plus I have a whole bunch of other stuff on this table right here, because I have some more the calipers for the Ford Escape and all. So I need to like clean up some of this stuff so we could get it out the way. But yeah, tonight I'm just gonna do a little bit of prep work, as I said before. Um, Nothing too heavy tonight. We already know we got the seats done uh, with the leather cleaner. Yeah, that leather cleaner was the thing that I really needed to get the job really done. So I'm happy for that leather cleaner, because if it wasn't for that, it would still look how it looked. All right, so I have a whole bunch of like stuff kind of laying around at the same time, and most of this stuff that I have right here is just things for the car and whatnot. So I know I needed this Gorilla Glue for something. I just don't remember what I needed it for. And some extra parts. And I think these were some of the nuts and bolts that I took off the other car. So I'm gonna set those aside. These screws as well. I'm gonna set, so everything that I think I'm gonna use back currently, I'm gonna set it in here, because I just wanna have a good idea of what I have, what I need to lay out, and so on. Oh yeah, that's why I grabbed the Gorilla Glue, because my son Lego broke, so I told him I was gonna fix it. So now I remember why I grabbed the Gorilla Glue. It's all of this is like brake fluid leaking on the table. All right, so the other bag that I have, it should have the opener for the trunk. So I just here it is. The S5, the S5 is good. We got it right here. So what I'm doing is I'm gonna sand down these bumper inserts. So when I paint, or after I paint those bumper inserts, I could start installing them. I have the grill over there. So the car is locked up right now. I left the key inside, but earlier today we made sure to clean off the seats to make the seats look new again. So it's the only thing I got going on right now. I'm just trying to get pack up some of these fuses, and we're gonna try to see if we could sand those stuff down. Yeah, this is trash. And yeah, so we're gonna sand those stuff down and get those things out the way, because we trying to we're trying to, at least what I'm trying to do offline or currently right now is just to try to get most of the small stuff out the way, because while I could get the small stuff out the way, once the rest of the parts gets here, it's like we just move straight forward and just keep moving instead of stopping, because we already have everything, so there's no need to stop. So it might as well I just start the prep work for every little thing that I need to start the prep work on. So the earlier we do all of that, the better. And we get a whole bunch of stuff out the way. Yeah. So that's what we doing tonight, though. So we're just gonna be doing some sanding. Nothing too much, I would say, because it's just something light we're doing tonight. A little bit of sanding and get some of this stuff out the way, because we gotta do a whole bunch of prep work on it. So yeah, but that's what we're focusing on tonight. But I make sure to close up wind the windows up now, because now the whole interior is clean. So the only thing that's left to install in the interior is I want to say where they at. The only thing that's left to install in the interior is gonna be these pieces that we have right here. It's gonna be these pieces for the interior. So the other one, it broke right here, but I end up like plastic welding it and then super gluing it. And then this one, so with these clips are like pretty funny. I don't know why, but it's like like to get whatever you need to get out, you have to pull it up, and then once you're done, you just like slide it back down. Yeah, man, I got it running. You would, hey, you will never believe what was the issue. You would never believe what was the issue. I think I even threw away the problems. Hold on, let me see if I could find it, cause I put a bag over here with all my trash. Oh yeah, spark plugs. So I think uh, a few videos back, somebody sent me a spark plug tester. As a matter, so I guess the spark plugs on the driver's side, all of those were flooded with they were wet. So I guess it got flooded with a whole bunch of not fluid, fuel. So it got flooded with a whole bunch of fuel, and then my cousin was like, "Hey, you probably flooding the engine." He's like, "Yo, take the spark plugs out and check them just in case, just to make sure you're not flooding the engine." And then we saw the whole bunch of corrosion, and then so this one wasn't bad. The first one that I took out was scary. Hold on, let me see if I dig in the trash. Let me see if I find it. Oh yeah, this one was the scary one. That's the first one that I pulled out on the passenger side. When I saw this one, I started worrying. I was like, man, it's bad. So I had a engine that I bought from somebody, the same engine. He sold it to me for $100, and I end up using that. Took the spark plugs out of that engine, put them in the spark plug tester, and then when I put them in the spark plug tester, it started working. And then I was like, okay, My dad was like, yo, my dad was like, hey, instead of before you buy the new ones, or he's like how you buy the new ones and you're waiting on them. He's like, hey, he's like, the best thing I'll tell you to do is best thing to take the spark plugs out of the engine that's in their backyard that they paid $100 for. He's like, take those out. When you take those out, just put the spark plugs in this one, and you just want to see if the car turns over. And then once I put them in, the car turned over. So I did change the fuel rail pressure sensor, so that light is gone now. So that was also a problem. Yeah, because honestly, so when I bought the spark plugs, I was like, yo, dad, they ain't coming in till what, Wednesday? And then Wednesday came. No, not Wednesday, Tuesday. Yeah, so yesterday, Tuesday, the spark plugs was supposed to get here. Spark plugs said they were delivered, but they delivered to my other address. So now I had to get it shipped back here. So my dad was like, yo, you waiting on spark plugs? He's like, take it out of the engine that you have around the back. You just only want to know if it turns over. He's like, if it turns over, then you know you good. And then I was like, you know what? Whatever. Took them out. I didn't realize. And I got this. So some company, so Ansel, they sponsored a video way back when, and they sent me one of these, and then I used this to test the ones that came out of the car, and then realized none of them were sparking, and then the ones that I got out of the engine for $100 around the backyard, all of those worked. But yeah, that engine that I bought for $100, the mechanic said the dude must have blew the engine or something. So he was but he asked me if I wanted it. And I was like, hey, the only thing I wanted it to fix the other one, because the other car that I had, I guess it had some front impact. So since it had the front impact, I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just salvage all the parts that I need to salvage off of it, and then do what I need to do. Hey, for real, man. Like I talked to him, he's like, yo, what are you doing? I was like, man, I'm waiting on the spark plugs. He's like, so what about the engine that you got? I was like, it's sitting around the backyard. He's like, man, get up. He's like, if I were you, I would have just tried them spark plugs in the backyard. You waiting on? He's like, You just want to know it turns over, so you're still in the money. If it doesn't turn over or start, you know, hey, you know, it's something else. He's like, you're there chilling. I was like, you know what? You know, you're right. Let me do it. Yeah, so I probably gotta, I probably owe him a drink for that one. Yeah, man. So I've been running some videos every day, but it's like every time when I get a chance to get off work early, or if I don't get off work early, I'll try to run one in the night, like right now. So I try to run it between, say, so what is it now? It's like 10 my time, so it'll probably be like what, 12 your time. So yeah, I try to see if I could do it early, but you know, gotta chill with the kiddos for a little bit. Yeah, so all I'm doing with this, yeah, man, that is true. That is true. Cause he's like, man, what are you doing? But then he was like, hey, now that you realize that you dumped a whole bunch of fuel in the engine, he's like, I would change the engine oil. He's like, because he's like, you rather spend $100 or $60 on new fuel versus not fuel, new engine oil versus buying a brand new engine. So he's like, if I were you, I'd just buy some engine oil and change it and flush out the system, so you know gas goes down to damage the engine. Yeah, yeah. Well, that is true. That is true. That's why, like most of the time, you'll see me running some lives, and then you probably hear my son in the background, and he's like, "Hey, daddy, let's go do this," or you know, you said you was going, because I think we end up going. Where did we go? We went to some air show, and I guess he won a RC plane. And man, that kid's been bothering me about that plane every single day for him to fly it. So that's why, like this weekend, I didn't ran. Normally on the weekends, I would do like a live during the day, but I was just like, I just had to chill with him for that day because I was like, he wanted to have some fun. Yeah, that's cool. The Lord always has a plan. Hey, how's that 170? That 170 sounds nice. Dang, yeah. Man, hey, I think you're probably like the second person that told me that too, because there's a guy I talked to him this week, no, Friday to be exact, and he was telling me the same thing. He hasn't seen his kid in like 7 months. And I was like, man. And I think, I don't know what I was listening to the other day, but I was listening to some podcast, and the guy was like, I think he was saying like, like he was saying, enjoy the things that your kid wants to do with you now, because when you get older, they're not gonna want to do what you want to do. They're gonna be doing things of their own. And when he said that, I was like, man. So that's why I was like, you know what? If he wants to go fly this plane, I mean, in my head, I'm like, man, I really got to do this. But in my head, I was like, honestly, and I'm not gonna lie, I went out there and flew the RC plane with him, and I actually had a lot of fun. Like, cause I was trying to figure it out, and to see the look on his face when he finally got it in the air by himself and it was flying, like he was jumping up. He's like, "Yo, daddy, I got it, I got it." I was like, man, I was like, he looks like he's having so much fun while I'm here worried about this stupid car. So I was like, you know what? I ain't gonna even run a live that day. I was like, I'm gonna just chill with him and we just hang out for that whole day. Yeah, for real. It's all I'm doing with these pieces. I'm just trying to rub them down, make sure I get. So once I rub them down with alcohol and start painting them, they should have the paint should have something to stick to. Yeah, man, for real, man. Thanks. Yeah, I know it's gonna run. It's gonna run. Like the only thing, as I said, once those stuff gets here, I was like, I'm not even really worried about it. So once those stuff gets here, because the biggest thing is done. It started. So now we know it was the spark plugs. So now I don't have to really like worry that much thinking that it's something else. So now I know it started. We just cleaned the interior yesterday. No, today I did the final clean of the interior. Yeah, man. I know he's showing me like everything he wants to do. So like that's why I try to take note. I take notice. Right now he's trying to get me to buy him some, what do you call it? What you call that thing? No, it's not a motor. I think it's a motorcycle, like a four-wheeler. Yeah. He was asking me about a four-wheeler. I was like, man, I don't know nothing about a four-wheeler. Like, but that's not my type of thing. Like bikes and motorcycles, and that's not my type of thing. But like his brother-in-law, not well, my brother-in-law, that's his type of, thing. So I guess he's moving to to the in-laws type of thing or his uncle's type of thing. And I'm like, nah, you need to stay over here and work on cars. You're telling me about four-wheelers. Yeah, man. Anytime when I'm ready with a tune, I'll let you know. First, I gotta get used to the little power this car has for now. Yeah, hey, just make cause send me an email because I don't because I think I didn't see your like because for some unknown reason now if somebody subscribes to the channel it doesn't show me. I don't know why. So just send me an email or a message on IG we rebuilds or we rebuilds at gmail.com, and then yeah, we could talk offline. Yeah, for real. Like I'm not doubting him though, But he's like, yeah, I want a motorcycle. I was like, then he's like, no, I need a four-wheeler. I'm like, yeah, what you gonna do with a four-wheeler? I was like, you can't even. I was like, you're not even tall enough to ride a four-wheeler. But yeah, I'm telling you, probably this if this weekend he's probably gonna be outside with me too. And then his little brother now is coming up. His little brother is gonna be out here with me too, cause his little brother is walking around now. So both of them like behind me every second. So anywhere I go, they go. So I know you probably gonna see me like doing a live, and then while I'm doing a live, I'm like, hey, hold on, stop, you can't do that, because they doing are in something. But I mean, boys will be boys. That's what they do. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, that is true. I won't limit them because, like, like what I've learned is when you have when people really want to learn and stuff, like you gotta let them do things like that. And then plus, when you're young, your mind is like, your mind wants to know every little thing. So it's like I think knowledge, like the more knowledge you give someone, the better they are. So okay, yeah, yeah, for real, for real. 38, bro. Man, you still young. Yeah, that is true. Hey man, I just told somebody that at work the other day. I was like, yo, he's like, yo man, I can't fix this thing. Cause I was like, why you can't fix it? He's like, cause I don't got a proper tool. I was like, man, did you try this way? He's like, no. And he's like, and it's not gonna work. And then I took the tool from him, and within 2 seconds, I got the bolt removed. And he's like, yo, how you do that? I'm like, the same way that I was telling you how to do it. And then and the last thing I looked at him after he said how I did that, I was like, you know what I've always learned? Never let somebody tell you that you can't do something. And all I did after I said that, I just laughed and walked away. Man, that's what I tell most of my friends. Most of my friends is like, yo, you like to take a lot of chances. I was like, what do you mean? He's like, yo, you will push it to the last and still try it. I was like, man, I was like, my parents always tell me, nothing beats a trier than a failure. So guess what I'm gonna do? Keep trying. So yeah, man, I got to, and I'm taking your advice also, because you know sometimes you have you have so much stuff in front of you, and you don't look at, like, what's the real important stuff that you should really be looking at. So that's why I let the kiddos come out here, and like, I have a toolbox. I don't even know where I put the tool. Oh, so this big toolbox right here, this is like one of the first toolbox I bought from Walmart when I just started rebuilding cars. And I think my son lost like 4 or 5 sockets out of it. And like I was like, man, stop touching my tools. And my dad was like, yo, since he wants to come outside and work with you, give him a toolbox then. So I went to some auction and got like a big toolbox and about 3 of these small toolbox. And when I got these small toolbox, I gave him one. And I was like, hey, this is your toolbox. And like every time I'm working on a car, his bike is right next to it. He working on his bike. Yeah, that is true. Yeah, because when I tell people right now, they're probably the best investment now. Yeah, for real. You gotta pay to play. That's why I take my time, and then I think there was a live that I was running. I think my cousin and one of my boys from Jamaica, he was on the live that day, and like my son, I think we were pulling off some lug nuts off of one of the cars, and he's like, "Yo, let me do it," and he was on the live like using the power tool, the impact, and removing them lug nuts, and I was like, you know what? If that's what he wants to learn, I gotta teach him at least. No shade to my one of my friends out there, but one time he had a flat tire and he had to call the cops to come help him change his tire, and we made fun of him every day about it. So I know you're watching this. I'm sorry. He's probably gonna call me in the morning and be like, "Yo, come on now." Yeah, that is true. We all starting from somewhere. Yeah, we gotta do that. Gotta do that. We can't we can't withhold the knowledge from them. We gotta let them get it and let them understand and let them know how to use it and and what to do with it. Yeah. They always say, life is the biggest lesson. Is either you gonna pay for it on your own, or listen to the person that paid for it already, and then just get the free knowledge. And I think the older I get, I realize it's better to, and that's for a wise person. It's always better to learn from somebody else's mistakes than making your own. Yeah. Man, that's why, like, sometimes it's like, and two, like, when you got things bothering you that much, it's like sometimes it's even good to take a step back and just say, you know what, let me step back for a couple minutes and then just chill out, look at everything in front of me, and then, and then come back at it. And then sometimes you just realize, like, yo, after that, everything just start work out. Yeah, man. Yeah, I know that feeling. That's why I think, because I was trying to start this car for about a week. I think I tried to start it about a week and nothing. And then I was like, you know what? I think it was the other Saturday, and I was like, you know what? I'm not even gonna touch this car. And then I think that's the same night when you hopped on the live too. You and that other guy that was like basically teaching me how to even um know how to to find the power wire and all of that, because I was doing it wrong the whole time. So yeah, and so that day I didn't even want to. That day I was like, I didn't even want to do anything, but I was like, you know what? I was like, let me, because I wanted to take that week. That I think for that whole week, I end up taking. I took a break from that car. Yeah, but I mean, we all learn, and then now that's a piece of knowledge I could put in my back pocket one day. Because now I'm about to tell for the Audi A5 that I sold to the guy a couple months, no, not like a couple weeks ago. I could probably call him and let him know, like, hey, check his what you call it, his spark plugs, because maybe that's also could be one of the issues. But I know there's a lot of stuff unplugged on the A5. I just told him I didn't have the time to focus on it, and I was like, I just wanted to just chill out. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hey, it's just one step at a time, and then it will just work out when it needs to. Hey, that is true. We have to just take it a day by day, a day at a time, every day. Because I was just even thinking about something today. I was like, this harness that I have right here, I think the other Ford Escape didn't come with this sensor in the front. So every time when I start the car, it's calling for this sensor. So this sensor, I need to pull the whole front bumper off and then take the other wiring harness on and put this one in. And I was like, I need to do that. But I was like, you know what? Let me focus on one car at a time. And then I'll move on to something else. Because I didn't want to just like overwhelm myself with a whole bunch of stuff. So. Yeah, I think that's it's probably either a park assist or because every time when I go in the car it says it needs what it says. I think it's either like says crash sensor or some sensor warning not available. So that's how I know I didn't I realized the other car didn't come with that sensor. And I thought that the other car came with that wiring harness. So now I just gotta remove back the whole bumper and everything. And then just switch the wiring harness out. Hey, that's how I know. You know, that's how I know you've been doing it for a while. That's how I know you've been doing it for a while. Yeah, cause it's like I was talking to, cause even the guy that painted the S5 for me, like even though he's a like a painter and whatnot, like he's been doing this for years and like when we had the Audi, he's like he's out there with me just helping, and I told him I was like, bro, I can't thank you enough because many times I know this is because with most mechanics and most painters they'll tell you, hey, the paint and the mechanic has to stay far away from each other because that is you don't want to you don't want the grease to come nowhere near the paint. Yeah, yeah, that is what is the sensor is. And then now I'm thinking because the Ford, I think because I'm thinking it's either two things that Ford needs. It's either that transmission is slightly going bad or the if it's not going bad, it's either the transmission need more fluid, and I think it needs more fluid because if I'm going like say from 0 to 60 or 0 to 45, it's everything is smooth. It's like when I go down, if I'm driving like maybe say 50 miles per hour, then I feel like it's kind of like it wants to jump or the torque is really high on it. It's one out of the two. So I was like, I need to check the valve body or to see what's going on with that. Or I just first I need to check the transmission fluid. Oh well, if it goes on the Ford, if the valve body is the problem, then it's a good thing because that box right there, it's a whole bunch of Ford parts that I took off, and then that's the other Ford Escape engine and transmission right over there. So, cause I was about to sell these, but I have the valve body in that box right there, and I still got all of the brakes off the other car, and then the engine mounts and the yeah. So I'm probably gonna swap it and see if that's the issue. But like every time I hit 15 miles per hour and I gotta maintain that speed on that specific road, it's like it wants to either jump or the car feels like it's dying down. So in my head, I'm like, I'm wondering if the transmission, the gears are short and it's or there's less fluid in the transmission. So I was like, okay, so maybe that's what I need to do because you're the second person that told me to make it might need a transmission relearn because my other cousin was saying sometimes when some of these cars they get in a wreck that it will like it's like you have to reset all these modules and computers and all of that to make sure everything, and then so it needs to relearn to make sure, hey, everything is back on it. It's 100%, and it could go now. Oh, okay. Yeah, so I'm gonna, yeah, because that's probably what I'm gonna do. Either one of these weekends, just to sit down with it and like get deep in some of the electronics and see what's going on. Okay. All right. Yeah. So that's what I'm gonna probably do. Then we'll just have it do that and then do a relearn. Yeah. For the rest of this car, because for the rest of this Audi, I think I have two. I have a, what is it, for the power steering. So since I need to get the clock spring um coded or programmed back to the car, I'm gonna just have them do the power steering and everything and just call it a day. So if I could drive it for 100 miles without a relearn, I think I've already put about what 200 miles on it. I want to say about maybe 200 or 300 miles on it already, just to try to test it. But yeah, because I'm trying to like that. That's one of the things that I'm trying to figure out right now. Oh, okay. A via CAN bus. All right, cool. Yeah, cause my brother-in-law, he's about to send me the side skirts because he didn't send the side skirts to me. So he was letting me know whatever else I need. I should let him know. Yeah. So if the module, that means, is the module inside the power steering or is it outside? That I don't know, cause I don't know where it's at, honestly. So I would have to figure that out. Yeah, because I realize it has a VIN. Because it's once I plug it on, it says VIN, incorrect VIN. Okay. All right. So I need to look up that then, because tomorrow I'm gonna call. He's gonna call me, and I gotta tell him all the parts that I need. Yeah. Okay. So it's in the steering rack. Also steering rack. All right. Cool. Yeah, because there's a code for it. But I was like, you know what? I'm just trying to knock out everything that I can one at a time. That's why I was like, when it came here, we had what, 15 to 16 codes. I think now we're down to three of the major ones, and it's just the the mass airflow, which in that I probably have to drive, and then the next one I just need. The other one is just for the power steering or steering wheel rack. Oh, that's the more that's the better type of, like, what is it, like scanner or thing to use? Okay. All right, so I gotta Try to see if I could get one of those scanners. Cause you know what I thought could do it? One of those Autel scanners. But I was like, I didn't want to spend a whole bunch of money to try to buy an Autel scanner and it couldn't do what I needed to do. Oh, okay. But what I'm gonna try to do, if I could rent one, I'll rent one. Oh, it's just for Volkswagen. Yeah, yeah. If I could rent one, I'm gonna probably rent one and see if I could use it to get it done. Cause like that is a most honestly speaking, because definitely need to I definitely need to get that running, because without that, man, it's gonna be issues. Yeah, I'm gonna just probably rent the service. Man, if I could slide it to Ochi right now. If I could slide it to Ohio right now, it would be easy. And I think you had another guy too. I think it was Joseph, and he's like, yo, he's like, if you close to me or if you come up close to me, let me know. He's like, yo, I'll come out there, come turn some wrenches. Yeah. Yeah. Man, y'all got all the knowledge over there. Man, hey, I have to do, like, in my head I was like, you know what? I gotta stay ahead of my competition. So I was like, you know what? If I could get a little in tonight, I gotta do it. Young King, what's going on? Yeah, man, 5 likes. Hey, make sure y'all hit that subscribe button. Make sure y'all share the video. But yeah, gotta love it, man. And like in my head, I was like, I could be doing this by myself, not talking. But I was like, you know what? I'm gonna just turn the camera on and we'll just probably talk. Many times it's my cousin and my boys from Jamaica is like in the chat and we just here talking while I'm here working, as if I'm calling them on a phone and talking and just having a phone call. All right, looks like I'm trying to get into these little pieces right here. So I could get every little corner, side, everything. Because tomorrow, depending how the weather is tomorrow, hopefully we get, because for the past, since Monday, we've been getting, what is it? We've been getting, what, 75, 80 degrees. So, and so once we 75, 80 degrees. So if I get about like, say, 75 degrees to 80 degrees tomorrow, then I'll probably just pull this car out, let it warm up, and then drain the engine oil out. And while I do that, then we could like clean this up, wipe it down, and then we just paint it in here. A sandblaster next. Man, hey, I think, was it this morning I got up and I was like, it's about to be cold out here in Arizona. And then like I went outside. I think I had a jacket on. Yeah, see, I even have a jacket on right now. I had a sweater. No, I had a shirt, a sweater, and a jacket on. It was like 50 degrees outside. I was like, man, it's chilly out here. And then I was like, you know what? I'm just happy that I'm not in, I think I was in Wisconsin one time and it was like, what, -4? I was like, man, you'll never see me back up here again. -4. And I think every day I had to get up early in the morning, every morning to get ready to go to work. I used to hate it. I just ran outside in a jacket, turned the car on, and then ran back inside and let it warm up. Yeah, -15. Yo, bro. Can't do that. I talked to my cousin the other day. He's telling me, yeah, it's about negative 20 where he's at, or -10 or something like that. He was telling me. I was like, man, y'all could keep that. And then I see, and then that means we out here in Arizona shouldn't be even talking about cold. And me talking about wearing what, a sweater and a shirt and a jacket. You should be saying like, yo, man, you need to come up here and see what cold is like. Yeah, it's the same thing my cousin is telling me. He can't do nothing car related. He's like, unless it's in a like a weather, like a weather garage or shop or something. Yeah, but he said he can't do nothing car related outside. He's like, some people want him to do some stuff on some cars. He's like, man, you're gonna have to wait till the summer. Yeah. So honestly, I was thinking about, so in the winter, I was like, you know what I need to do? I need to buy an AC, because in the summer out here, bro, 100 and I think it's what, 120. It got up to 125 last year. As when I stepped outside, it felt like my skin was melting off my body. And I was like, in the summer, Arizona is not it. Not it at all. Yeah, so yeah, that's what I'm thinking. Like, I'm gonna get a. That's what I'm saying. I'm gonna just. I'm trying to see what's the best option. But I need to have like sometimes in here, because sometimes I'll be working late at night, and I think the coldest I've seen it get since I've been in Arizona at night is, say, 38 degrees. Yeah, 38 degrees. That's the coldest I've ever seen it got. here in Arizona. Maybe in the mountains, they probably get a lot colder up there, but yeah, that's the coldest I've ever gotten down here. And that at that point, I'm wearing like 2 pants, a sweater, a shirt. Yeah, so I've been thinking about that. But you know, I just tell myself like just take it step at a time, and with God's willing, it will go how it needs to go. So I was just like, hey, I'm just taking a step at a time. So once I do it like that, it will happen one way. Yeah, I'm not gonna doubt myself. I'm just gonna do it. You know, that's what I'm saying. Like this, like that's what I'm saying. Like I've been like making content for like a while now, and I was like, you know what? I was like, at some point, I was gonna stop some point ago. I was like, you know what? Let me just keep pushing and see how it goes. Yeah, so that's how I was like, you know what? Let me just keep going, have fun with it. What? I think I've been here for about an hour now. Yeah, so yeah. So we sanded this off the other night, but I still need to do more sanding because this don't look like this. And I need this one to look more like this one. So I probably gotta resand this one some more. Make sure it looks like that one. Uh, as I said, tomorrow we're gonna probably see what we could do on the live tomorrow, depending how work goes. Or I'm overworking, man. I'm trying to, you know, it's just because I'm trying to make it, you know, as nice as I can. But yeah, I'm about to see if I could see if I could get some sleep because I got work in the morning. So, but yo, hey, I saw love, bro. Hey, love you too, bro. Hey, just hit me up on We Rebuildz, and as I said, hit me up on IG or something because I don't know. It's not popping up when you subscribe. I don't know why. What's going on? But just hit me up and we'll talk offline and all that stuff. And you know, we'll talk more car stuff and whatever. And we go from there. So hey, have a good night. But everybody, thank you for watching this live. It's another great one. As I said, it's just a chill night tonight. So today's what? Wednesday? Yeah, and tomorrow is Thursday. So tomorrow, depending how my day goes with work, we'll see what we could get done tomorrow. I know Friday is normally the big day that I give y'all some content on Saturday. So on Saturday, I don't think y'all gonna get any content on Saturday because gotta hang out with the family. So I got a day planned out for them. So me and the kiddos are gonna hang out Saturday. So Friday night, I'll do a live for y'all on Friday night. Make sure y'all get your Saturday video, your regular Saturday video going for y'all too. And then I don't know if I'm gonna do a live on Sunday. So But this week we have been doing it from Monday till now. So that is good. Start a family channel. I'll think about that. I'll think about that. But yeah, because my son is like, he's like, this is basically for him. It's even practically a family channel. He's like, hey, you doing something for We Rebuildz? I'm like, yeah. I was like, my dad was telling me I need to make him a shirt too. Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. You're gonna, I think most of the time when I'm making a video, you're gonna always see him walk in the video and then look in the camera and then he goes behind it to see what's going on, as if I'm like, hey, you can't see yourself if you move from the back of the camera. And I was like, I gotta turn around the camera so you can see yourself. But yeah, I might do that. I'm just trying to, like, work one step at a time, basically, and that's the best way for me to not to like overextend myself and do too much. Like, work on one thing, and then once I get to the peak that I need to get that one thing, then I'll jump into the next one. Yo, so anyways, good night, brother. Stay safe. Hey, everyone else, stay positive, stay motivated. Remember, our haters are our biggest motivators, okay? But until next time, stay positive, stay motivated, and guess what? We are out.